All right, welcome to the Winos Wine Guide. In this round, we want to talk about margaritas. We've got a weakness for margaritas. The red wine wino, yours truly, definitely likes a fortified margarita. And over the course of the years, we've tried different drinks, mixed drinks, adult beverages, and in the case of margaritas, we actually came up with a list of 5 places where we like getting margaritas. So we call it the Winos Best Tasting Margaritas Top 5 List. It's an ever-growing list. So far, we just have 5 right now. This is back in May 20 of last year. But that said, before we go into what these places are, let's go and talk real quickly of how we came up with the criteria for picking out a best-tasting margarita from a wino standpoint. Okay, so to start off, the intent was we were going to disregard what other best-tasting margarita lists were out there, and we're just going to go hit our area. Although we had limited funds, we said to ourselves, let's go on this quest, make the best opportunity to taste or a best tasting margarita that we could select with those limited funds. And bottom line, we were looking at could we each have a margarita for less than $20, including the tip. And so what we found is from this criteria, we were able to come up with one, the cost less than $20, including tip, local to the DFW, Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Taste test was the hard one, but we just kept it simple. If we both liked the taste, we agreed we would put it on the list. If we disagreed, it wouldn't go on the list. And then from a strength standpoint, kept it simple. After the second margarita, we have to, in essence, call an Uber, drive us home. Alrighty, so that was the criteria. Some other things to also at least limit our selection. There should be no aftertaste. We had some cases where you would drink the margarita, it would be really tasty, and then all of a sudden some kind of aftertaste would hit you. Maybe it was the mix, maybe it was some kind of ingredient in there. Not sure, but that was one of the criteria. The other thing was I had to be able to consume them in an hour or less. So one margarita was considered 16 ounces or less. You get those huge 32, 40-ounce margaritas that you have, especially down over there in the Riverwalk over there in San Antonio. May take more than an hour to finish. So that was our next one. No large fishbowl margaritas. So it couldn't exceed the 32 ounces. Else that 32-ounce margarita, we're going to call it 2. And that was it. All right, so let's talk about the top 5 margaritas, best tasting margaritas from the Winos quest. Okay, because everyone's short on time, we'll just go right into the list. And then if you want to delve further, just keep watching the video and we'll go into more details as to each of these 5 best tasting margaritas. With number 1 being Animeas, number 2 being Primos, number 3 Menas, number 4 Village Burger Bar, and number 5 Gloria's Latin Cuisine. So do keep watching. We'll give you more details as to why we selected these and maybe some other tips and whatnot. But that said, I hope this helps in your quest for a best tasting margarita in your area, or in particular the Dallas-Fort Worth area.
Alrighty, thanks for sticking around for more details on the top 5 list of our top 5 margaritas for the Winos Wine Guide. And so to give some more details, here's some information that we posted on our blog. You can do a search on Winos Wine Guide Top 5 and it'll show up on the Google search, and hopefully that'll help give some details on this. So start off with Gloria's Latin Cuisine, located in Allen, Fairview, various places throughout the Metroplex. We found that this one has a very strong alcohol content margarita, very tasty. Unfortunately, they did some change in the mix several years ago that's kind of pointed us toward other margaritas. Still, they do make a tasty margarita in other ones that we like, as well as the standard traditional margarita. So you've got these swirls, you've got these sangrias, and of course there's that mango rita that we still like today. If we had to rate number 1 mango ritas, that would probably be in that top 5 as well. And in case, you could always add a little extra something in your margarita, a little swirl, a sangria, chambarita, etc. So we definitely like Gloria's Latin Cuisine. Margaritas, traditional margaritas, number 5 on our list. You'll get them typically at happy hour. I think it used to be 4, now it's $6, I believe, as of last year, maybe even this year. But still get some great tasting food, chips, salsa, etc. Do give Gloria's Latin Cuisine a try. Okay, next up is Village Burger Bar. Those in various places, like Allen over there by Waters Crossing, as well as in Plano, I think by the Legacy, and then various places around the Metroplex as well. And what we like about this place, it's a walk up, put your order in, order your burger, order your drinks, and therefore you get your food. They'll give you a little number, you sit down, they'll bring it out to you. In the case of the drinks, you got some very economical drink prices. Usually happy hour, you get them at about $4 for one of these 12-ounce drinks, but they pack a punch. So that's the key to this. You may want to limit yourself to 2 for a given round, depending on how light or heavyweight you are. But they are a very tasty margarita. Various ones. You can get them on the rocks. You can have them mixed, as well as they'll be ready-made, I think, in a little frosty-like machine. Get a flight of margaritas with the different swirls, the chamberita, mangarita. I think there's like a watermelon one also. But overall, these are some very good margaritas that pack a punch. Make it number 4 on our list. And oh, by the way, you can definitely get some burgers too. And then we also had a little hankering for a milkshake while we were there, or chocolate shake. All right, Village Burger Bar, number 4. Okay, number 3, Mena's Grill, Tex-Mex Grill in Capel, or else, I think it's Lakeside. One of those areas. It's also across the Metroplex in different areas as well, I think in Dallas too. But what we like about this, here's a flight of margaritas, happy hour time, good stuff there. Also some great tasting food. Guacamole where they make it right in front of you. That was pretty good. And their salsas and chips were also very tasty as well. What we really liked about them was the taste. The taste, when ordered on the rocks, and came out really nice. Just not as fortified as we like compared to the next 2 on our list. And that's why it made it to number 3. Great tasting, 16 ounces, nicely done, but just not making it to number 1 and 2. And so that said, Mena's Tex-Mex Grill Margarita. Okay, number 2, Primo's Tex-Mex Grill over there by Bass Pro Shops over there off of Highway 30 around the Garland area. And this one, you get to look right over the water, Lake Ray Hubbard. You can have your drinks and have some tasty margaritas. And in this case, this one tastes just like the Mena's, or pretty close to the Mena's, but just had a stronger alcohol content. We can definitely feel some buzzing in this one. They also make a huge one, a 32 plus ounce or 30 something ounce one that are offered to customers. But yours truly and the White Wine Wino decided we'll just have a little bit of these instead. Okay, so number 1, Animea's Tex-Mex. This is a chain that's around the Metroplex as well. The one that we visited, one in Capel, one in Plano. And in this case, we ordered the traditional margarita, but it was on National Margarita Day last year. And that's where we found that these had very little alcohol taste, but when the 12-ounce size, definitely packed a punch. So key with the last 3 were all tasted really well, or really good. Just the alcohol content was really what pushed the Animea's one over the other 2. And you can see on these other pictures, you can see they make other margaritas, some specialty ones, swirls, just like the other ones. What we found with Animea's again was that little small cup, packed a punch for National Margarita Day. This one gets our number 1 choice, as well as we got some very tasty food as well, especially those brisket tacos. Awesome meal, awesome food, awesome margarita.